Good evening and welcome. Tonight we will be going over the history and geography of Cañar in Ecuador. Now, this is a very tiny province, isn't it? Ecuador has some pretty big provinces and some pretty teeny tiny ones. So, geography isn't much to go on because it's a tiny area in a tiny country, but very predominantly throughout this province we can find the Andes Mountains. And there are lots of incredible peaks and things. There's some neat ones around the capital city of the province, Azogues. You can see right there. But that's pretty much it for geography, is the Andes Mountains. But there are lots of interesting things inside of this little corner of Ecuador. Mainly a bunch of archaeological sites pertaining to not just the ancient Inca, but the ancient Cañari peoples. And I'm trying to figure out how to lead into this. When the Inca took over, they extended their huge road system through this area, which is part of UNESCO's World Heritage Sites. So even though I just read this, it feels like I just read this site when we were in Peru. We're going to read it again, because why not? It's the Cañar Andean Road System. It's fascinating. If you've never heard of it, it's pretty great. This site is an extensive Inca communication, trade, and defense network of roads covering 30,000 kilometers. Constructed by the Incas over several centuries, and partly based on pre-Inca infrastructure, this extraordinary network, through one of the world's most extreme geographical terrains, linked the snow-capped peaks of the Andes at an altitude of more than 6,000 meters to the coast, running through hot rainforests, fertile valleys, and absolute deserts. It reached its maximum expansion in the 15th century, when it spread across the length and breadth of the Andes. The Cañar Andean road system includes 273 component sites spread over more than 6,000 kilometers that were selected to highlight the social, political, architectural, and engineering achievements of the network, along with its associated infrastructure for trade, accommodation, and storage, as well as sites of religious significance. If you like me reading these, for my channel members, I just read all of the new sites that they added in July. I have a huge, it's well over an hour video of me reading UNESCO sites if you're into that. It was fun to film. But yeah, that's in my channel members. You can click the join right down there if you want to see that. But yeah, let's talk about the Cañari, who were the dominant ethnic group in this area for a very long time, and extending out into the Cuenca area over here, which we've already covered. I'll link my Ecuador playlist up there if you want to see more of me talking about beautiful Ecuador. The Cañari, like I said, lived in this area, and one of their main centers is known as Cojitambo, which of course we'll look at on Google Earth. It was built around 500 BCE. They've been there a long time. Of course, the Inca would eventually assert their power and take over this area. They took over one of the settlements and named it Ingapirca, and built a huge city there, which connected to the road system that I just mentioned. Ingapirca is the largest Inca ruins in Ecuador, in the entire country. It's called the Machu Picchu of Ecuador. At least one source I read called it that. I don't know if everyone calls it that. The Cañari were clearly resentful of the Inca. During the Incan Civil War between Atahualpa and his half-brother Huascar, they sided with Huascar, who would lose that battle, but Atahualpa, not long after that, would encounter the Spanish. Almost immediately after the Civil War, the Spanish arrived. It's a weird coincidence. The Cañari would side with the Spanish and help them to overthrow the Inca in this area and would assist the Spanish every now and then with various uprisings, I think until they realized that the Spanish were probably not really their friends at the end of the day. The Spanish founded Azogues in 1562 near a mercury mine, which is apparently, I don't know Spanish enough to know the word for mercury, but apparently azogue is the word for mercury in Spanish. And from what I can tell, not much else has happened in this area. It's, like I said, very small, as you can see, and just a quaint mountainous area. What's interesting, though, in Azogues, the main export of this town is Panama hats, which originated from Ecuador. They are not Panamanian in the slightest. They come from Ecuador. But why are they called Panama hats, then, if they have nothing to do with Panama? Well, when the Panama Canal was being built, many workers were needed for that task, and some came from Ecuador. They brought their hats. They liked the hats up there. Everyone started wearing the hats. They became more associated with the Panama Canal than the people who brought them over in the first place. So they became known, at least in English, as Panama hats. But they're from Ecuador. Fun fact. They don't make traditional Panama hats in Panama. They make them in Ecuador. There's a fun fact for you to use at a party. But yeah, that's pretty much the history of the area that I found here. Why don't we hop over to the tablet and we can look at some of these incredible places on Google Earth. Here we are in Cañar province. Let's start by zooming out so you can see exactly where we are in the world. Here's Ecuador, named after the equator, that goes right through it. And you can see this big arm of the Andes Mountains coming down straight through the province there. The Andes Mountains is the longest mountain chain above water, besides the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, which is underwater. But the Andes stretches all down along here. The highest peaks in the Western Hemisphere. It's pretty amazing. I let one of my cats in. You might be able to hear him sniffing around. But yeah, you can see this incredible landscape. Big lush green mixed in with all of this incredible, it's really neat. It's not a lot of slideshows out here in this rugged area, but like let's see if we can see this laguna. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, with this very rugged terrain, right? Look how beautiful. It's all the brown is. Andes are a really magical place. Like all kinds, like it said in UNESCO, there's like every kind of landscape all throughout the mountain range. Look at all the little tufts. They're so cute. Interesting. There goes my cat scratching on something. I probably shouldn't have let him in, but here we are. Oh look, there's Inca. We found it. Hey. Chut. Hey, buddy. Hey, calm down. Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, let's look at the ruinas de Inca. There's a big llama among the ruins. Oh, that looks like a face. Do you see it? Nose, there's eyes, little mouth, and even like hair. Wow. But yeah, ancient ruins here. So like I said, this, oh my gosh, it's a lot of llamas. This was an ancient Incan city, a big, thriving Incan city. Of course, the cities down in Peru, like Cusco, of course, were much larger. Oh, I'm riding the llama, so cute. They were much larger, but this is pretty big, isn't it? lots of little slideshows. As always, I highly encourage that you check this area out for yourself. Maybe you'll find some more slideshows and explore. Look at the face. There's the eyes, there's the nose. It's interesting. Maybe, that part of your brain that just wants to see faces and things. Maybe it's just that. Or maybe that's something, I don't know. Look at these neat rocks with the holes in it to capture the water. You can use those for all kinds of things. Some traditional clothing there, that's really cool. A good map of the whole site. More llamas. Oh, cute. Fluffy llamas. Oh, this would be a fun place to explore. Yeah, all of this, the largest Incan site in Ecuador. Inca. Let's I just realized I don't remember where the other side is, but I have it saved in here. It's somewhere down there, but I don't want to spend an hour looking through it. Cojitambo. Yeah, see, right down there. So this was... Oh yeah, it's on top of this hill. That's right. Look at this big old hill here. And the ruins are on top of it. So this was a Cañari town. There we go. Built long, long ago. And perfect spot too, way up high on this big old rock. Can see everything, just like she can. He rode his motorcycle up it. Some interesting facts there, but they're in Spanish. Of course, there's lots of churches and things. Okay, can you guys hear that clock out there chiming? Let me know if it's too loud, or if you can even hear it, because we just got this clock, and it rings every 15 minutes. So yeah. Let me know if that bothers you. But yeah, here is Azogues, the main city here. There's lots of interesting things, but I can't remember where they are either. Is this the big pilgrimage site? Yes. This is a site that many people, especially from Cuenca, come to once a year. This church up here with this huge Virgin Mary statue on top of this hill. You can climb up it too, apparently. That's pretty neat. Oh, I know what I want to show you. I remember now. It is in like the next town over. In this town is this really incredible church up here, El Rocio, which can't really tell because the 3D's warping it, but it's like built into the hillside. Come on. It's like an old castle. Isn't that beautiful? That's incredible. It's so out of place. It looks like you should find this in like southern Germany or something. But it's Spanish. Isn't that neat? And it's really pretty. Look at the view. Ooh, that staircase. That's precarious. Don't want to trip on that. And this beautiful church. And I love the blue color too. Like a bright sky blue. Really pretty. And then of course there's the town of Cañar. There's Azogues. I think I'm turned around. Let me zoom out. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Now we're facing the right way. We can look at the actual town of Cañar, which is up here. That this province is named after, even though Azogues is the largest city and its capital. You can see some old forts there. What's left of, I assume, the Incan ruins there. That's a big old statue of a dude on a snake monster. I'm not sure what's happening there. Looks like a big Easter party. Or Mardi Gras, maybe? That looks like Mardi Gras to me. Harvesting whatever crop is being grown there. Look at all the big clouds rolling over the hills here. Beautiful kitchen. And having a picnic out. Can see their traditional hats there. Panama hats. But yeah, let's look at a couple of other things. Let's try this one. Nope, no pictures there. Let's try this. Carbon area. Look how beautiful. Oh my gosh. Look at the little stream between these huge peaks. And it's so green. Beautiful sunset there. It's so high up. Big old peaks. Beautiful forests and plants. Oh, he's gonna go bungee jumping. No, thank you. No, thank you. Well, they got tents up here on this platform. They're just gonna spend the night on the viewing platform. I guess so. No one's gonna stop you. Wow, that's an incredible picture of the clouds there. Let's see if we can find anything else. Let me put the borders back up just to make sure we don't wander out. Let's see. El Tambo. There's another archaeological site. Coyoctor. Wow. Another llama. My goodness, they're everywhere. Look at all the llamas out there. Do you see them? How interesting. They're just wandering around. Big hill. They put this baby on the llama. I want to ride a llama. A little choo-choo train. Giving a tour. Look at all these llamas. Just living their best llama life out here. Just grazing among the ruins. What a life. Goodness. Alright, let's find one more slideshow. La Cascada. There's the crew. Oh, they've got a little lift to get you up to the top of this hill. Get some soda. See the big waterfall. My goodness. Yay, everyone made it to the waterfall. Ooh, get some grilled fish and some drinks and lots of cows this time. Not llamas, but cows there. And guinea pigs, which are raised to be eaten here. That's a delicacy. They're probably eating it right there. Looks like he caught a duck. My goodness. And roasting it up, I guess. Interesting. Look at that beautiful waterfall. Wow. So neat. Okay, one more picture. One more picture. Let's see. It's just so pretty here. Let's see. That one didn't have any pictures. What's this? Laguna Encantada. Let's finish it here. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a little thumbs up. If you're listening to this, if you're still awake, click that thumbs up button for me. I would greatly appreciate it. Because little videos like this usually don't get as many views as places like England or Italy, right? We'll have more Italy and England coming up, but I would appreciate it. See these big flowers? These are flowers. Is that crazy? And next, we're actually going to St. Lucia. And I wonder if you can riddle me this. St. Lucia's name is pretty interesting. It's very unique in the world. Can you tell me why? Can you tell me why St. Lucia's name is unique to the world? I feel like only hardcore geography nerds know that. But if you know it, and put it in the comments. If you get it first, I'll pin your comment to this video. Be sure to subscribe also so you won't miss out St. Lucia. There's like not a lot of Google Earth. We're not going to do Google Earth for that video, but I'm going to read to you some St. Lucia facts as well. So be sure to subscribe so you won't miss out. I hope that you found this video to be relaxing and educational. And I hope that you have a good